prices are higher than Afro Man right now, and they're blaming it on Gen Z, literally failing to take any responsibility whatsoever. And not only that, but it's like a freaking reality TV show out there where nothing makes sense. Politics are basically the WWE. Our leaders' brains are running on Greed OS, and we get every pixel of this information force fed to us against our will. Okay, it's force fed to us while the money is leaving our pockets. The cost of living is absolutely sky high in America, and they're blaming Gen Z for not wanting to work like 80, 90-hour weeks just to not be able to afford a home at all, to not even entertain that as a possibility. This is just not sustainable, and it makes me really concerned for the younger generation going forward and how they're going to really figure their lives out. Look, and a few people like myself have managed to exit this system just because what the heck else is there to do? And I'll tell you how I did that a little bit without needing a whole bunch of cash. My name's Charlie, by the way. Easy breathing. If you are new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Love you. I talk about this stuff all the time, and I'm trying to make a video every day for 3 months, so subscribe to see if I can stick to that. But anyway, this is what's on my mind today, and I just want to rant about it and talk about how stressful it is and what the most likely path forward is for Gen Z is, and what I think the most creative and unique things Gen Zers can do in order to kind of finagle their way through this cost of living and genuinely like spiritual war going on that is making everybody so stressed out. In addition to the cost of living being astronomical, like everything from gas, groceries, you name it, just being 10 times more expensive than it was last year, while wages have stayed the same and inflation's been getting worse, we're getting force-fed all of this, and the amount of stress that this system puts us under only makes us want to go like into our phones and into this numbing vegetative state even more, which simultaneously makes us even more stressed, because that is just naturally a fight or flight state to be in when you're on your phone and you're not actually exploring the world and following your breath and meditating. And those things like exploring the world and going out, it costs money. So of course we're not going to go out and take the cheapest form of numbing that we can. It's obvious. If you work a 9 to 5 that is completely soul sucking, and then you get home from work, you're not going to work your, what do they call it? The 5 to 9. Screw that. Like, you need that time to rest. That is your free time that you need to recover. It's not even free time, because if you need to rest your soul from a soul-sucking job and being within the middle of this cost of living crisis, like, yeah, that's going to take a number on your nervous system. And we're just physiologically, mentally, spiritually less equipped than we've been in the past to actually make our dreams come true. But then on the other hand, following your dreams almost looks like the most legit option right now because of the job market and because of the clear lack of fulfilled promises that's coming through from like the life that we've been prescribed, right? Like the life that we've been prescribed is go to school, get a job, get a family, get a house, and those things kind of just fall in line, but none of that's happening. The average like homeowner is age, what, 40 plus now for like the first time in history. People aren't going out and dating. People aren't having sex. People aren't socializing. It's a war. It's terrible. It's awful. And so that lack of fulfilled promises, of course, it's going to make everybody think about, okay, shit, what the fuck? Shit. It's going to make everybody think, shit, what else can I do? Maybe I should follow these passions of mine. Given that, you know, we do have the internet, you can make a living on the internet by sharing your stuff, starting your brand. That almost seems like more feasible than getting some regular corporate job. Definitely more fun than any corporate job. But then it's like, where do you even start with all that? But that's actually part of what I want to talk about, is how I found my own way through this throughout the years. I'm a little bit older. I'm 94. Do not call me boomer. Please do not hurt my feelings in the comments. Please do not call me unk, please. But I've found my way through, okay? To sum things up, if you're new to the channel, you don't know who I am. I'm currently a free dive instructor on an island in Honduras. I have gotten paid to host parties in Guatemala, in New Orleans. I've worked on farms throughout the States. And overall, I've managed to avoid a corporate normal job. I've had like some stints here and there. Like I worked in property management and in sales, which I absolutely hated. But I guess I can talk about that later in another video. But I've done a decent job of being able to skirt around having these normal soul sucking jobs that don't fulfill me whatsoever. Like I said, I worked on ski resorts, in hotels, on farms, in hostels, and now as a freedive instructor. And yeah, I've been fairly happy and consistent. And with what little money I did make, I managed to make good money on it in crypto as well. So that is helping to keep me afloat because I am covering my bills here right now, but it's nice to have that extra cushion, you know? And that's what I want to emphasize as well. Like, you don't need an absolute crazy amount of money to leave the United States and go do something really cool, especially if you're young. I'm not saying you have to do it forever. I'm not saying like go become an immigrant somewhere. I'm saying go spend a summer somewhere else in another country or on some farm somewhere that's really cool. I've talked about this in the past. I think going forward, following like your intuition and your passions and trying to make something from that is a much safer bet than going forward in the corporate world, especially for your soul, man. And the way that you can take the first steps to doing that is using websites like Woofing or HelpX or finding volunteer gigs at a hostel or something like that. Branch out, consider these really interesting and creative jobs that are out there. The resources that I just listed, that I've listed in the past, the summer magazine guide that I have. Consider all of this. Like, you don't have to just sit there in your room dooming about all of this. You're capable of making unique and new moves that will kind of weave this web of your life that is completely unique to you. That's something I'm really big on. I know things are rough right now and that it's difficult to even find your fucking footing, but there is a lot out there that you can do in terms of taking the first step in one direction, like say working in hospitality, which is going to put you in a position to meet tons of people. Then you meet one person who's like, yeah, you're really cool. I work for this company. They're hiring right now. This job's also really cool. And that resonates with you. And then you follow through with it. So this is like the stuff that I like talking about on this channel. Actually taking these first steps without knowing fully where you're going to go later. You can take the first step, trust it, follow your intuition, follow your balls, man. What tickles your balls? Have some confidence going forward. Sell all of your shit to fund a trip. I sold multiple cars to fund trips. I've like sold dozens of guitars and other instruments just to fund trips. You can buy whatever the fuck you need later. You can buy whatever you need later. You can sell your car, go on a trip for 6 months, come back, buy another car. I swear, people get so caught up on their material things and they're like, oh no, but I have this stuff here. I can't really uproot my life. It's like, you think you're the first person who's ever going to buy and sell something, like sell your stuff for some money, then come back, work the job, get a job somewhere else, trust that the universe is going to provide for you on this spiritual path that you're on as a young freaking man. I'm telling you guys, take some first steps because going forward, it's going to be scary. The people who, I'm not in my 40s yet, but people I know in my 40s tell me, like, once you get to the age of 40, you're going to know who took risks in their lives and who didn't. And the people who didn't, it's not a pretty picture. The people who did take risks and stuck through it with some trust, yeah, that's who are living life in alignment with what they really want, and they're living a kick-ass life. So that's what I want. When I'm 40, I don't want to be sitting there like, damn, can't believe I didn't take any risks and try to pursue anything in my life. It's like, no, I'm already living it. I'm on an island right now in Honduras in my own place. I'm about to go teach a class in just an hour or so here. So I think that's my message, boys. Don't live a life of no regrets. No, wait, live a life of no regrets. But let me know what questions you have. I've lived this life for quite some time. I've had a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and I want this to be a place where we can get together, talk about this stuff. And so I want this to be a place where we can get together, talk about this stuff, figure out some of these life's questions, figure out some answers, live an adventurous, fun-ass life. That's what I'm here to do, boys. I want to create a community around that. So let me know what you think. Leave your creative and interesting answer. What did Ray William Johnson used to say? Leave your creative and interesting responses in the comment section below. Yeah, that just confirmed my Ike status. Anyway, boys, I'm going to end this one right now. Subscribe, like, comment, blah, blah, blah. I'm Charlie, aka Easy. Peace.